Apparently, in my own backyard of central Pennsylvania, Microsoft is determined to power their cloud services with literal atomic energy. Microsoft just struck a deal with Constellation Energy to revive the infamous 3 Mile Island nuclear power plant. This is in efforts to help power their data centers. If you remember 3 Mile Island, it's famous for the near meltdown that happened back in 1979, which is one of the most serious nuclear accidents in US history. And again, to repeat, this is in my own backyard. I went to school in central Pennsylvania, and many people here, a lot of the older folks, of course, they remember when 3 Mile Island was on the verge of melting down. How there was a whole spread panic, and how that created a whole mess for a lot of people. There's a place I can go to right now, and I can see 3 Mile Island just within, eyesight. Of course, it's going to be a little bit further away because it's in the middle of a river, but either way, yeah, this is going to be happening in my own backyard of central Pennsylvania. So, why is Microsoft getting involved with nuclear energy? Well, here's the thing. Cloud computing, especially AI research, it requires massive amounts of energy. Think about all the data being processed every single second by services like Microsoft Azure or AI models running on those servers. That kind of computing doesn't come cheap in terms of energy. And Microsoft is trying to find a way make it sustainable, reliable, and keep its cloud computing services running at full capacity. Nuclear energy, despite, the controversies behind it, is one of the most efficient and consistent energy sources. I cannot speak. Nuclear energy is one of the most efficient and consistent energy sources that we have right now. And that was a struggle to get through, but I'm gonna keep that in, where I'm not editing that out, so y'all can see that this is full on me talking. But yeah, and Microsoft has done sort of research campaigns before of different ways to be able to maintain their data servers in a constant and energy efficient way. Last episode, I actually talked about a company that's wanting to drop their servers into the San Francisco Bay in the hopes of keeping it cool. Microsoft did something similar off the coast of, I believe it was Ireland. I spoke about this in the last episode. If you haven't checked that out, definitely do. It was really interesting. But yeah, so most of the world's data centers are powered by a mix of different energy sources. Some of it comes from renewables like, wind and solar, but a big chunk still comes from fossil fuels like coal and natural gas. So while renewables are great, they're not always reliable. The sun doesn't shine 24/7 and the wind doesn't always blow, which is where nuclear energy or nuclear power comes in, I should say. Nuclear power plants, they run continuously. They provide a stable, carbon-free energy source that's perfect for powering data centers and that, really can't afford to go offline. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Isn't nuclear energy dangerous? Well, yeah, nuclear power comes with its risks, especially when it comes to accidents and the disposal of, radioactive waste. But the truth is, nuclear energy is one of the safest forms of power we have when managed properly. In fact, nuclear power plants have a much lower rate of accidents compared to coal plants, and they don't produce carbon emissions that are driving climate change right now. So, in a way, Microsoft is taking a pretty progressive step by embracing nuclear power to meet their energy needs. And not to mention the potential jobs that can be opened by this. A lot of people have said that nuclear power is definitely the way to go. But here's where things get interesting. Microsoft's move could spark a whole new trend among tech companies. As more and more companies expand their cloud services and develop advanced AI, their energy needs are only going to grow. So we can start seeing a shift where other tech giants, think of Amazon, Google, and Facebook, they begin to follow Microsoft's lead and invest in nuclear power to keep things keep their servers running. So that could have a huge impact on the energy landscape as a whole, pushing more investment into nuclear energy and potentially even leading to the revival of other decommissioned plants around the world. At the same time, it does raise a lot of questions about the future of energy. Is nuclear power really the best solution for powering the tech of tomorrow? Or should we be investing in more renewable energy sources like wind and solar? Microsoft's deal with Constellation Energy is likely just the beginning of this whole debacle. And how it plays out could shape the future of tech industry's relationship with energy.